All right, guys, welcome to the Be Battle Ready podcast interview edition. Today I have on Chad Molyneux, and we're going to talk about lifestyle and personal development as it relates to having a battle ready business and what it takes to dial yourself in so that you could rock yourself and rock your business. So I'll let Chad introduce himself. We're friends on Facebook. So we connected through that, and I love his energy, love his message. As most of you guys know, I have a huge background in fitness, so I'm going to turn it over to him to introduce himself. So I look forward to talking about this. Let's go.
Hey, let's go, bro. Hey, we're not just friends on Facebook anymore. Now we're podcast friends.
There you go. There you go.
So for your listeners that don't know, my name is Chad, and I'm the creator of the Health and Well Blueprint, which is designed specifically to help the high achiever, the busy professional, the person that says that they don't have time, get healthy and fit so that they can up-level their business and up-level their life.
Awesome. And you do speaking. I saw that. That's awesome. You're part of it. Yeah.
Yeah, I just started speaking, actually. One of my clients got me my first gig, and I got my third gig coming up at the end of May. So I'm super excited, man. Yeah, this is like 2019 has been a magical year. A lot of expansion in 2019. So I'm super excited to see what lies ahead.
No, we're not even all the way done with it, man. We're
almost quarter two.
Yeah, we're only almost a third done. That's it. So cool. Yeah. So tell me your background. Like, how long have you been in fitness? What brought you to? How long have you been in fitness? Let's start there.
Yeah, so I've been working out since I was 15 years old, and I've been coaching for probably the past 6 years. 3 of those years in person, then 3 of those years online. Almost 4 years online now. So actually, yeah, I would say closer to 7 years. But 3 of those years online were very unsuccessful as far as the business side of things go. I always knew how to coach people and get results in health and fitness, but I had no freaking clue about the business side of things. And I'm sure we'll dive more into that today. But long story short, it's been about 7 years so far.
Awesome. And then what like made you click into fitness? Like what was there?
Yeah, so this is an interesting story. So growing up, I was a shithead. Can I swear on here?
Yeah, man.
Okay. Yeah, I was a pretty big shithead growing up. I always was in trouble, and I was never very good at school. Early on, they told me that I wasn't smart enough for the school district. 8th grade, they told me I need to repeat the 8th grade. Whole long story short, like teachers telling me, hey, you're not going to make it. You're not even going to pass freaking high school. But one thing I was really good at was lacrosse. In 8th grade, and I was the only lacrosse goalie in our town, so I got to start on all the best teams. I got to play all the games. I really didn't have any competition, but I was good at the position. In 8th grade, I had my first taste of competition. Somebody else was trying out for goalie, and I lost the spot. And I was like, "What the heck?" What? Like I was so pissed. So I started searching online, like, what can I do to be better? First thing that came up was you got to get fitter, you got to get faster. And I come from a background, my family is not very athletic. So I was like, okay, well, I guess I'm going to have to learn this. So I told my dad buys me a old crappy dumbbell set. He actually bought it off of my uncle, a jump rope and an agility ladder.
And so that did it, right?
His background, parents didn't know anything about fitness. So I started searching this stuff on YouTube. Thankfully, we had YouTube. And I learned how to use the dumbbells. I learned how to use the jump rope. I learned how to use the agility ladder. Every day after school, I would just bang it out in the garage. And then, I did it to get better at lacrosse. And I actually fell more in love with the training side of things than playing lacrosse. And I was fortunate enough to play a couple of years of college lacrosse. But eventually I said, you know what? I actually love training for lacrosse more than I love playing it. So I backed out of lacrosse and pursued this full time.
Awesome. Yeah. I remember drinking like these nasty protein shakes back in the day. Like, I don't know. I think I was like 12 or 13 or something like that. I had no guidance. It was like I was choking them down. It was crazy. It was nasty.
You just wanted you wanted the girls. That's what you wanted. You wanted to impress the girls.
No, man. I was like, I lived and breathed football, man. And like, kind of similar thing, right? Like, how do you get better? Right? Like, I wasn't always the fastest. I mean, maybe in a rolling start from 10 to 15 yards, but that was about it. I wish I
played football, bro. I wish I played. That's actually the sport I love to watch the most. I love football, but I never actually really played it.
Yeah. Yeah, it's fun. It was addicting. So, so I got into it early on too. early. So it was good.
Love it.
We went to a good high school, so they already had that already built in and all that stuff. So we were like, football and basketball at that high school was like a religion. So on top of the Catholic religion. So yeah. Well, cool, man. Like, tell me about like your process and how you work with people and, you know, how you get people results, you know, especially entrepreneurs.
Yeah, so that's a funny thing. First thing you got to do with entrepreneurs is you got to change their mindset, because a lot of entrepreneurs, like we mentioned earlier in the call, think that they're too busy for this, right? So they don't view health and fitness as an investment into their business. So that's the first thing that I have to change. I have to make sure that they see health and fitness as an investment into their business. And there's three parts to that. There's one, their own energy level, right? Because I mean, the base of energy is your health. So if you have the energy, you could be more productive in your business. Plus, the higher energy you are, the more you attract people to you. When I ask people or prospective clients or current clients, hey, why did you purchase from me? They mostly say, hey, dude, I just loved your energy. Okay. So I can attract more people to me because of that. And I could get more work done because of that. Second part, confidence. The more confident you are in your body, the more you can look at yourself and be like, holy crap, I freaking look good. The more that you can influence other people, right? The more that you can sell, the more that you can influence. And also, there's a reason why people say, don't judge a book by your cover, because that's exactly what we do. That's exactly what we do. So,
yeah, for sure.
And I was on a call earlier with somebody who said, I'm fat and people don't take fat people serious. And I was just like, I mean, okay, like I see it, you know, because if somebody's trying to sell me something and they can't even influence their own selves to take control of their health and fitness, then how the heck am I going to trust that person to sell me or trust that person to help influence or change my life? I'm not going to be able to. And then the last part of that, brother, is productive longevity, which is being able to stay alive, but not just stay alive, but be productive alive so that you can create your greatest income and impact in the world. And to take an example of somebody, look at Grant Cardone. You know who Grant Cardone is, correct?
Yeah, man.
Guy's freaking 60 years
Uncle
old.
GC.
Yeah, bro. He's 60 years old. He looks like he's 20. He's got the energy of a 20-year-old, and he's performing at his highest level in business ever. Why? Because he understands the power of health and fitness to keep him at high energy, at high confidence, so that he can create his greatest income and impact in the world. So those are the three things. Those are the three things I talk about in order to influence somebody's mindset to view health and fitness as an investment into their business. Once they do that, it's really simple, bro. Give them a strategy that fits and matches their busy schedule. The way that we do that, our most popular time frame right now, is 15 to 25-minute workouts that they can do from their home, hotel, wherever it may be. All they need is their freaking body weight. They don't need any equipment at all. They do that 5 times a week. That's 75 minutes out of their week, and we have 168 hours every single week. So like, there's no excuse, man. And then the last thing, the thing that ties it all together is that accountability piece. Having somebody hold you accountable to the strategy and to the mindset is really, I think, the most important thing of it all.
Yeah. You know, that's the one thing when I picked up, you know, I heard you talking about actually the actual work to do as far as your fitness for entrepreneurs. And I was like, yeah, man, this guy gets it, because having my background, you know, I know that it doesn't take much, right? If you dial in your nutrition, right, and you just move a little bit, it's going to make a difference. But we're pitched, you know, I was thinking about this the other day. It's like, we see these highlight reels from The Rock, right? His workouts. And I mean, he's going for a different thing, but then we equate what, like, we need to go do that to be successful.
Yeah.
I mean, at the end of the day, it's just success swing and singles. And I love that concept that you were bringing, like, you know, like, dude, 15 minutes, bam.
Yeah. And it's not even, it's just like business, right? Because in business, they say it's not about how much time you spend on your business, but it's about what you do with the time that you spend. Same thing in health and fitness. It's not about how long you're in the gym. Like, for example, The Rock, what does he say? He works out like 4 to 6 hours a day. I mean, for him, for what he's going after, sure, that's applicable. But for the average business person, for the business owner, they're after longevity. They want to lose some weight. They want to look good, and they want to feel good. And quite honestly, you don't need to be spending even an hour in the gym. Like I said, you can get by with 15 to 25 minutes.
Yeah, I love it. And, you know, I don't know. I mean, I haven't dug into, we haven't talked very much about this, but talk to us about intensity, because some people might say that, you've got to go high intensity. I mean, where are you on the intensity in that, right? Is that case by case?
Well, that is completely dependent on the time that they have. The less time that they have, if someone tells me that they literally only have 5 minutes a day, I got to crank the intensity up. So to give you an example, go ahead and do 5 minutes straight of burpees with no rest and see how many burpees you can get in 5 minutes. You're going to be on the floor. You're going to be on the floor and you're going to feel like you had a workout for an hour. But if you have an hour, I mean, obviously the intensity is going to be lower, but I think, like you said, it's all subjective to how much time you actually have to give. So those 15 to 25-minute workouts, I mean, they're getting after it for 15 to 25 minutes. It's not just doing a couple of curls, looking in the mirror, taking a selfie, and walking out the door. No, you're getting after it.
Yeah, for sure. Well, cool. So what about nutrition? Do you work with people with nutrition at all?
Yep, 100%. So here's my big motto with nutrition. If you can't make healthy food convenient, then all the unhealthy foods are going to be convenient for you. And I think that's a big thing that busy professionals run into. They have a very hard time making healthy food convenient for you. So the number one way that we solve that is we get them on a meal prep service. So we have them outsource it, which is a business term, right? So we have somebody else literally cook it for them, prepare it for them, deliver it to them. All they have to do is eat it. Now, first thing that you're probably thinking of is, oh shit, that's expensive. It's actually not expensive. You're spending about $8 to $10 per meal, which if you're going out to eat, which a lot of busy professionals are doing, you're spending about 15 to 30 bucks per meal for some meals, right? So you're actually saving money. You're making healthy food convenient, and it's helping you reach your health goals.
Yeah, I mean, and I think back to, one of the things I talk to my business owners about is operational capacity, right? So by doing that, what you're saying, you actually allow that person to have more operational capacity to get things done. Like, and taking the mental, I mean, honestly, to meal prep yourself, to count, if you're going to count your macros, that's a lot of mental drain a lot of times, right? And if you're busy, your mind's already going 500 different directions. It's like, that's the last thing. Yeah. Awesome.
That's it. Outsource it. Have somebody else do it. Take your time back. Invest a little bit of money. Get healthier. Lose weight, and make more money. And have more energy. Look better.
There you go, man.
Me, bro.
Awesome. So, little bit about like what's some challenges that you faced, over the years, like inside your health and fitness. Like what's some major shifts that happened for you?
Yeah. Let's talk some business challenges, bro. Like I said,
all right.
for 3 years, I was very not successful at this, and the reason being is because I put my ego before my own results. I said, "No, I don't need the help of anybody. I can do this on my freaking own." And like I said, that took me 3 years to come to the point where I was like, "Hey, I got to invest in somebody to help me." So I spent $6,000 on my first business coach. No success. Why? Because I was still putting my ego before my results. I wasn't open to listening to what this guy had to tell me. So then I invested in another business coach and I said, fuck it. Whatever this guy tells me to do, I'm going to do. And that's when in 4 months' time after making that decision, I was able to go full time in this business. If I just did that 3 freaking years ago, that would have been good. But here's the thing, here's the caveat. I think a lot of people are doing this in their health. They're saying, oh, health is easy. I don't need the help from anybody. But then they find themselves yo-yo dieting a lot. They lose a lot of weight, they gain it back. They lose a lot, they gain it back because they don't actually take the time or money to learn what they really have to do. And that, like I said, I was doing that in my business. And once I made that change, I was able to go full time and beyond. So awesome. Yeah. So where are you looking to go in the next, taking your business, all that different stuff? Like, what do you, any initiatives coming up, programs coming up, Yeah, so I'm just looking to expand what I already have. So like I said, I have a 12-week, 3-month program, and at the back end of our 3-month program, we have a year-long program, which is teaching people how to actually make this sustainable, right? Because a lot of people, they'll do a 3-month program or they'll invest in their health for 3 months, but then 3 months later, they're right back to where they started. So I said, why the heck am I going to handicap people? So I started this year-long program, and I'm just looking to grow both. I'm bringing on team members to help me on the back end of stuff, which allows me more time to do the marketing, the sales, and the coaching, which are the 3 things that I love to do. Eventually, I'll pass on the sales to somebody else, and I'll just do the marketing and the coaching. And then I'll probably bring on somebody else to help me on with the coaching as well. So I have a little plan in my head. It's never always going to go to plan, but I'm ready to execute.
That's all right, man. Yeah. That's the biggest thing for business owners, getting the shit out of their head, man, and onto paper so that, other people can do it. So
that's right. That's right, bro. And,
well,
and
cool.
it's exciting. It's exciting.
Yeah. Well, cool, man. How can people get a hold of you?
Ooh, people can get a hold of me. I'm most popular on Facebook, also on Instagram. I can give you both of my handles there so that
Let's do it
in the show notes.
Yeah.
On Facebook, if you just search my name, Chad, and then Molyneux, which is Molyneux, which Anthony had a hard time pronouncing. I don't blame him. And same thing on Instagram. If you search my name with fitness at the end of it, I'll show up. But I'll give Anthony both of the links to that so that you guys can click it in the show notes.
Well, cool, man. Well, I appreciate having you on,
right.
And thanks for dropping some value here today, and look forward to
bro. Dude, let's go. Come on.
Let's go.
Hey, can we do the Health and Well Blueprint sign off together? I'm sure you don't know what it is, but I'll walk you through it.
All right, let's do it.
All right, so we're gonna flex and we're gonna say health. You ready?
Health, wealth,
and prosperity, baby.
Prosperity. Nice, dude. All right, cheers, man.
You have a fantastic week, Anthony. I'll talk to you soon.
All right, you too.
Peace, homie.
Later.
Bye.
See ya.